we're going to be answering a question on cubic graphs. So for y equals x cubed minus 6x squared plus 20, show that y equals 4 when x equals 2. So all we need to do is substitute in x equals 2 into our equation and solve it. So let's start with substituting x equals 2. So I'm just going to put 2 in brackets. So 2 cubed is the same as 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. And then we've got minus 6 multiplied by 2 squared. 2 squared is 4, multiplied by minus 6 is minus 24. And then we can add our 20. So we've got 8 minus 24 plus 20 equals 4. So y equals 4 when x equals 20. So then the next part of the question is to complete the table of values. Now they've already completed when x equals 1, 3, 4 and 6. So we just need to complete the other 4. Now we've already done when x equals 2 in the first part of the question. We know that's 4, so we don't need to repeat that one. So let's start with x equals minus 1 then. So let's substitute x as minus 1. And I'm going to put the numbers into brackets so we don't get confused with the negative numbers. So minus 1 cubed is minus 1 because it's minus 1 times minus 1, which is 1, and then multiply with another minus 1, which will give us minus 1. Then we've got minus 6 multiplied by minus 1 squared. Minus 1 squared is 1, multiplied by minus 6 is minus 6, and then we add the 20. Now minus 1 minus 6 is minus 7, plus 20 is 13. So our first answer is 13. The next one is when x equals 0. So we've got 0 cubed minus 6, 0 squared plus 20. Now 0 cubed is just 0. Then we've got minus 0 multiplied by 0 squared, which will give us 0 again, and then add 20. So 20 would be our answer when x equals 0. And then our final one is when x equals 5. So let's substitute in x equals 5. So 5 cubed is 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125. Then we've got minus 6 multiplied by 5 squared. 5 squared is 25, multiplied by minus 6 is minus 150. Then add 20. So when we calculate this, we get minus 5. So minus 5 is our last answer in the table. So the last part to this question is now asking us to draw the graph. Now we have already finished calculating the table, so all we need to do now is plot the coordinates. So the first coordinate is minus 1, 13. Now minus 1, 13 goes over here. Then we've got 0, 20, which goes up here. Then we've got 1, 15, 2, 4, 3, minus 7. Then we've got 4, minus 12, 5, minus 5, and 6, 20. So you would get 1 mark for just plotting the correct coordinates on the graph. Your second mark would come from drawing a smooth curve that goes through all of your coordinates. So never use a ruler to draw a cubic graph. And the best way to attempt to draw these sorts of graphs is to start with your first coordinate and slowly try and draw a smooth curve that goes through all of your coordinates without taking your pencil off your paper. And you should get a curve that looks similar to this.